y'all, I hope you're doing well. I do want to tell you a little bit about this week. This is the announcement that you're going to get, but I definitely want to go over it a little bit because it's a very important week for you. You don't actually have any homework coming up, but you do have writing week. And so there's two things that happen in writing week. Number one, you have your mandatory, not optional, Writer Center visit. And I want you to know that this is worth 3% of your final grade, just this one visit. So if you don't do this, you can't make higher than a 97 in the class. It's super easy to get everything set up, so I'm going to help you with that. You have a couple options. Number one, you can call the Writer Center. You can email the Writer Center, or you can go to the Writer Center page and make an appointment. I like this option because it gives you all the power. So I want to show you basically what you do to get set up in the Writer Center. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your portal, and you're going to click Writer Center. And so then when you get there, you're going to end up with a page that looks like this. And so this is kind of our home base here. It's cool because it does have our hours. It does have little information about the different kinds of tutoring that we have. But you're going to click on Make an Appointment. And so what should happen whenever you click that button is you should go to either this screen or a screen that looks like this. And in here, you're going to fill out your information. Put your coastal email address, your phone number, or your first name, last name, phone number. And then if you don't know your curriculum code, we actually do have those listed on our homepage. Right here where it says you can find your curriculum code. And it'll download for you and pull up a document that looks like this. And that'll help. Okay? So then we'll go back to our screen where you're doing all that. Graduation year, I would just say is 2 years from today, and you can write your first language. You won't get this option to do a password. And then you'll hit, I think you'll get a CAPTCHA screen as well, and then you'll go to Make Account. And so then after you do that, you'll get a screen still that doesn't look like this one. You'll get a screen that says something like Find Appointment. And so under the little blue box that you click on to find the appointment, there's actually something that says View Calendar Display or Calendar View Display. And then if you click on that, you'll get this screen. Now, if you look at the Writer Center, we are pretty busy today and tomorrow. You need your appointments next week, but I would say go ahead and get those. Even if you don't have the paper done right now, go ahead and make the appointment. Because we do, if you see, we're filling up pretty fast even next week. So, the black space is not available. The blue space means that there's already an appointment in that box. And then, so the white is what's available for you. So once you're registered, you can actually click on any of those white boxes and make the appointments. So I'm going to make an appointment. I'm going to see if I can make an appointment with myself. Actually, I'm just going to make an appointment with Amy Vogan. So what we'll do is if you look at it, you click on this appointment. Your name will be auto-populated. Then you're going to write your class name. You're going to write your instructor. And it's auto-populating for me because I do this all the time. You'll write your assignment, which is your narrative, and your due date, which I'm not sure, I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but it's next Sunday, I think. Anyway, and then you'll write that you're working in MLA format. And then you can say something like, please help, I can't spell. And honestly, I can't spell, y'all, so that's why I put it in there. And then what you'll do is you'll go on here, and you will find a document, and you will put I actually like you to upload it that way. And then you can also upload the instructions. So go in here and then do assignment. And then what you'll do is, actually I want to do something different. Do that one. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit Create Appointment. When your appointment is created, it'll show up in yellow for you. So the blue appointments are for other people, purple appointments are video appointments, and yellow is you. So make sure you do that. This screen is for in-person and video. Now, in-person is the best, I think, is the gold standard for the Writer Center because you come into the center, you talk with a tutor about your paper. I do understand that you're online students, so you don't have to necessarily do that. You can also make a video appointment if you have time and you can't get to the center. I like that pretty much just as well because you still get that back and forth with tutor. You get to ask questions. It's just the probably the downfall of that one is sometimes technology messes up. So kind of keep that in your mind. But really, video appointments are great for students who cannot get to Coastal. Now, if you don't have time and you don't want to make a video appointment, I will allow you to also make a document feedback appointment. Students love this kind of appointment because it allows you to drop off your paper, basically. A student or a tutor makes comments on there, and then you send it back. So there's a couple things with this one I'm going to show you. If you want to make a document feedback, you need to go to schedules and switch schedules to your document feedback schedule. And this is the burgundy page. So what happens here is if you drop your paper off by 11 on the day of the appointment, your tutor will get it back to you by 7 o'clock that night. That's just because we don't really have time set for that. So that's good. Now, there's a couple downfalls to this, though, y'all, as well. Number one, you can't ask anybody anything. So if you have a question or you don't understand like a tutor's comment, you may not be able to get that answer you really want. So kind of keep that in your mind whenever you're making that appointment. Secondly, I just think you get so much more when you do the back and forth. Again, all three are acceptable for the 3% of your grade. So keep that in mind. Y'all, these schedules I have 2 classes that are doing this next week. So if you haven't made that appointment, go ahead and make the appointment, even if you don't have the attachment yet or the paper yet. And like you can do this and you can do, it's the same exact thing. You just choose your file and you upload it. And y'all, if you have any questions, you know I'm here. Okay, so that's the Writer Center in a nutshell. I do want to go back and talk about another thing. So, you know how to use the Writer Center. That's worth 3% of your final grade. If you would like to have a conference with me where I look over your paper, we just talk about your essay, if you have concerns over the class, I would love to meet with you. And I do have a lot of time set up for conference week. So, they're optional. They are not extra credit. They may help your grade. If you want to set up a meeting, I actually did go ahead and put my bookings page on here. So what you'll do is you'll follow the little link, and it should take you to a page that looks like this. And it will show, it has my silly face on there, but it should show you basically my availabilities for next week and really any week. So I have a little bit more. Actually, it's every day but Monday. I have a meeting at 1 on Monday. But otherwise, what you do is you just click the time you want to meet, and then you put your name in there, and I'll get a little thing. And we can meet on the phone. We can meet in person. We can meet via Microsoft Teams, whichever one you want. Meeting with me in the Writer Center is not a conference with me. That is a Writer Center appointment. And I'm going to ask that you don't meet with me in the Writer Center anyway, just because I think getting a cool, fresh pair of eyes on your paper is a good idea. Now, y'all, I know students may say, I don't like the idea of having to go to the Writer Center. But please keep in mind that this 3% meeting is a replacement for peer review. Peer review will take more time. Peer review, I find it okay. I'm okay with it, but my students tend to hate it. So just know that this is replacing something that students have kind of notoriously hated in my classes, especially in online classes. So this is what we're doing. So you definitely know that it's not like this extra thing and it's not a punishment. This is just what we're doing this semester. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm available on email or the Writer Center or in my office. I'm always somewhere on campus. So hey y'all, I think that's it. Have a good day. Bye.